It is Sunday night, and it is the final time that we will be using OBS, hopefully. Um, I guess we'll see. We're trying to move to new streaming software. We're trying to work out some StreamMates or StreamYard stuff on a StreamMate. I think is a porn thing. I've seen that porn ad a lot, so that's really good. That makes me look good. Um, but we'll use StreamYard so we can be a little bit more effective. But for now, the more home crafted Sunday Night Suns. What's up, Keith? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. We
Yeah.
beat the fucking Thunder.
We beat the Thunder. It's as good. It's about as good as it gets. As I celebrate with a Coke Zero. That's about as tame as I get these days.
Hey, they're partying enough for us right now.
I'm sure they are. They better be.
I mean, they got a game tomorrow, but
But hey, listen, that's fine. I'll take the partying because, as we can see in the bottom right hand corner, Devin Booker killed it with the game winner over Caruso and Dort. He's good at these double defender game winners,
dude.
where two dudes are flying at him and he still scores anyway. Like,
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of the Mavericks a couple years ago.
oh man, he's hit so many game winners against the Mavericks. It's so funny that. They talk so much shit about that one series, but like they also hate him because he's hit so many damn game winners against them.
Yeah.
And but yeah, dude. I mean, this was truly. I mean, this is about as good as it gets. It really doesn't get any better than this. I mean, this was awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
a buzzer beater against the returning champions. Or
yeah.
whatever.
I mean, the only way that this could have theoretically been better is if we were losing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at risk of going to overtime, or not at risk of going to overtime. Like if we had been down 1 point and he pulled up from 25 feet, that would have been. But that again, nitpicky, like incredible game, and just one of those things where. I mean, yeah, dude, I just we went into this, we talked about it, and I was like, I think we know how this is gonna go. Like I just didn't. They beat us by 50 last time. Yeah. I know that Booker didn't play, but I still just felt like they're the Thunder. It's an uphill climb, but man, I mean, we did everything correct that you would want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they played a good game. Like, it wasn't easy. Obviously, it's not going to be easy against them, but they outscored us in the paint. They beat us in the turnover battle.
Yeah, they led by 18 at one point.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another great comeback win from us. It kind of was like overtime.
Yeah, it wasn't like a burst.
Yeah,
it was a slow grind, and then they got it back up to like 9.
Yeah,
and then we just brought it back down. At one point, it felt like it was really slipping away.
It did. Yeah.
And I think it was we got it to like 61-61. And then they got a couple buckets in the fouls, and all of a sudden it's like 72-63. It's like...
Yeah, it's like, is this a repeat of the Cavs game earlier this week?
I don't think I've ever seen a team score points in bunches like they do. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never seen anyone score that fast. And they will go dead. They had like two stretches in the second half of this game with 3 minutes of no buckets. Mm-hmm. Like, you can slow them down. And it was funny because, the Spurs kind of beat the shit out of them there for a few games. And people were like, the Spurs released a blueprint of how to beat the Thunder. It's like, yeah, have fucking Victor Wembanyama. That's the goddamn blueprint.
Yeah.
But I think that the book is out on the Thunder that finally there's all these coaches yelling at the league about, how they get officiated and all these things. I think the book is out that at this point you have to play them as tough as they play you. And I mean that like... Obviously, you have to play tough, but I mean that in terms of, like, you just have to foul the shit out of them on defense.
Yeah.
They're not going to call everything. So you just have to foul the shit out of them. If FJ is going to get his free throws, foul the shit out of him on every play. They won't call it every play. And tonight, Booker got more free throws than SJ did.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, we always talk about how the Suns don't get a whistle. The last few games, I feel like we're starting to get a little bit of respect in that regard.
And there were a couple of frustrating whistles in this game, but really down the stretch, it felt like we just made big shots, and there were a couple of calls that were annoying, but it's like, it's also in the moment when you're a fan, it's hard to be like objective about things. And, now with a few hours, now that I have some distance from the situation, but I really because we were on here talking last time, I was like, well, and I laughed at myself for saying it, because I was like, well, Booker was out, so if you add Booker's points, then we're down by 30, and then that changes like 5 possessions, so then it's 20. And I was like, it starts to get into the realm of possibility. And I laughed at myself. I was like, that's stupid. That's like, or I called it the realm of respectability or whatever. But we won the game this time.
Yeah.
And they weren't 100% healthy. They're still getting together. You know, we still don't have Grayson Allen. You know, so, you know, I mean, man, Oso Ighodaro in this game.
Yeah.
He had a hell of a damn game. He
did.
Was all over the place on both sides of the court. He is pretty damn close to just taking the starting spot.
Yeah, he played them better than Williams for sure.
Yeah, Williams barely played down the stretch.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, and again, it makes a lot of sense to deploy them based on matchup. There's going to be games where Williams is better. There are going to be games where Oso is better. But, like, the thing is that Ighodaro at this point is significantly better than Ryan Dunn. Like, and that's not anything that any of us expect. I didn't expect that.
No.
I thought that Ryan Dunn was going to have kind of a breakthrough year, but Oso Ighodaro is the one who's having the breakthrough year. I mean, he's dunking in every single game. He's dunking like twice a game right now.
It is crazy. He's just realized, you know, you got to dunk it.
Yeah.
Get the points.
Just
Get
throw
the
the shit down.
Yeah.
And how many Suns fans were like on the beginning of the year, like you go on Suns Reddit and they were like, I'm so sick of this guy.
They
like,
hated him. Yeah.
You do not know basketball if you hate Oso Ighodaro. Like, I have always loved this dude.
Yeah,
Again,
me too.
You have too. But I'm taking credit for, I've said it to you a million times, I watched this dude play Summer League and I said, this motherfucker can play.
Yeah.
And I'm taking credit for that one because I saw that shit from day one. And, you know, the funny thing is, like, we've been, like, mad about the whole Tumani Kamara thing, you know?
Yeah.
This dude is so much better than Tumani Kamara. And I know that they're not the same type of player at all, but it's like, oh shit, we uncovered another one. Like, listen, this Suns front office, they have been horrible with talent management and all these things the last few years, but they've gotten kind of good at finding second round picks and late first round picks who can play a little bit.
Yeah. And, you know, just the amount of effort that he gives is just so commendable. He fits right in with, like, the Brooks mentality, you know.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Exactly. This team, we were talking about that. Like, you know, we've been watching like every Suns game together or texting about them in a group chat or whatever for like 17 years now. Like dating that back to 2009. And so like we have never in that whole time that we've been friends watching talk about the Suns, when have we ever had like the scrappiest team in the league?
Yeah.
Or the best defensive minded team in the league? We're not the best defense in the league. But we're like the hardest playing team in the league. Like nobody plays harder than us right now. Even the Thunder don't play. The funny thing is on the NBA subreddit, people were like, Timu OKC takes down OKC. And I was like, that's kind of fair.
Hey, I'll take it.
Well, because we play like them.
Yeah.
We really do.
If
Listen,
we're compared to them.
yeah, I don't give a shit that they're younger than us. Like, they were built for this league. And, I mean, dude, like, they're good. But I've said it a bunch of times. We match up well with them. And, you know, when we're healthy. Now, again, they weren't 100%. Right. But we've played them to a draw in 2 games. We won one. They won one. And then they blew us out in the other one. But we didn't have Devin Booker.
Right.
And let's just be honest. Devin Booker is the engine to this offense right now. And that's another thing I wanted to say is, like, I understand Devin Booker's not going to get MVP buzz, but he should get MVP ballot buzz.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like discussing a 5th place vote is something that is on the table here. Like, Devin Booker is the entire engine to this Suns offense. When he's out of the game, they're falling apart. When he's like when he's been out, it's just dark. We have a couple of wins, but like there have been a couple of brutal losses. And as much as Dylan Brooks has driven the energy and defensive turnaround, Devin Booker stepping out of Kevin Durant's shadow and basically saying, this is back to being my team. Everything I learned from Chris Paul is here again from the point guard position. I mean, dude, some of the passes that Booker has thrown this season, I mean, we've seen him do that stuff before, but he's playing at another level. This is the best basketball that Devin Booker has ever played.
I agree.
And it's not even necessarily that he's scoring the most points or whatever, but he's seeing the game in a different way. He's been awesome on defense. Like, he's not a lockdown defender. I'm not saying he's like a super elite defender or whatever, but the number of steals, blocks, deflections, like, he's a different guy. And the smile is there. It's back.
It is.
I think he deserves some MVP ballot buzz. I think a couple of fifth place votes are warranted. I really do.
I agree. You were saying at the beginning of the season, if he gets paid this contract money, he's basically got to be the engine like Shea and Jokic, or and take over like that, and he has.
He has done exactly that. Because you
9 assists this game.
Yeah, if you're going to take the biggest contract in the NBA, you've got to be able to say, I'm going to step up and be the man, and he has done exactly that. I was full steam ahead with the Durant deal. Mm-hmm. Well, the first Durant deal, not so. We don't need to go back and talk about that, but I really didn't want to trade Mikal Bridges. You know that. We remember that. But regardless, the Beal thing, I was like, do it. We're going to have 3 scorers. It's going to be great. Couldn't have gotten worse. Mm-hmm. And, everything has fallen apart since then. But what has happened here is that Devin Booker has been able to reassert himself as the superstar in Phoenix. And it's not, is it Kevin Durant's team? Is it Devin Booker's team? Even though Durant did play off Booker, mm-hmm. and Booker was still the first star, it never felt cohesive. And the fact that the two of them never ran one goddamn pick and roll, I know that's not the way that KD wants to play, but there was so much left to unlock, and I just think that Durant was unwilling to do it. And I just think that they are not nearly as... I think when we talk about talent in basketball, we really, really forget about fit a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And fit really matters. Chemistry really matters. And playing the same way that you both want to play. Wanting to play the same style of basketball matters, and they do not. The way that Booker and Kevin Durant want to play is significantly different, and mm-hmm. it doesn't mean that they can't play together, but their styles are hard to blend when you're both 30% usage players. And so it's one of those things, and I just think Booker getting to be the man again in every way has been so good for. I mean, the calmness with which he sinks this game winner. It's dude. It wasn't even like he didn't even think twice, dude. Like it wasn't. He's just like, whatever, dog. I got this. Like it was just so. We got a couple angles of it that we can look at.
Let's see here. Brooks first.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So Brooks' shot goes for the tie, which, Brooks puts him up 4, which, again, in a crazy isolation situation with Shea in his face, not even a good shot. And by the way, a crazy stroke, like a ridiculous right-handed stroke that the way he shoot, like the way, it was like a push shot. Yeah. And, hitting that in Shea's face, I mean, the game was almost won at that point.
Yeah.
And then they get the offensive rebound, or excuse me, Jalen Williams goes down, scores. Then I think on the next drive, Chet got the offensive rebound to tie it, I believe.
We got a turnover. Brooks let it slide.
Well, was Brooks in between. Yes, Brooks drops the ball, and then they're able to tie it up. Mm-hmm. And so that's when the Suns have to go back to Booker because, who else are you going to go to? It's funny because I was saying we should run a play for Goodwin. He had 8 threes at that point. But you got to love the Suns social media team for having, this is a beautiful...
This angle.
This angle. Whew. Right in Caruso's face. Right in Lou Dort's face. And, that's just championship basketball stuff. Like, Devin Booker is... You see Jalen Green, first off the bench, he's so happy to be there,
Yeah. You got to imagine what he's thinking, man. This team just beat OKC. This is a good team he's going to get to step into.
Well, and that's the thing is that we're talking about it. We've talked about what does this team need to do? Is there a trade? Is there something you look at? And the more the season goes on, the more I feel that all this team needs is more internal growth from Oso and Ryan Dunn and more chemistry. And then the piece you add is, again, Jalen Green. And the thing about Jalen Green is, we do not need him to score 23 points a game. I need him to score 15 points a game and find a way to tick it up to 4 assists and just, again, exchange some of those bad shots for just passes. Because what we don't want to happen here is for Jalen Green to come in and sort of suck up all the oxygen in the room. Now, The thing is, in the one game that we saw him actually play, he was pretty good. He had a really nice game. We saw a dude who can be efficient. We saw a dude who can play well. And so you just got to hope that that's going to be the norm.
Yeah. No, I think it will be like because right now we're playing livers, we have a deep bench, so like some people are getting, and so I don't know if livers will still get minutes and stuff when Green comes back, but that's an upgrade to me, is having Green out there over those kind of role players. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think he's there all the time. He's always cheering on our guys. I think he will fit in well as far as chemistry goes. So yeah, that is a worry in the back of my head, is like, does he come in and like everything just kind of gets thrown, like everything becomes chaotic and we just don't know how to execute with him like an extra person. But I don't know. This team just feels like it will overcome that. So I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the most part you're right. And the other thing is, like you said, he's seeing him interact with the team. They love him.
Yeah. And
they want him to come back. And that one game that he played, he was like 15 of 24. I think he had 29 points. He was balling. Or not 15 of, that would be a minimum of 30. I've got those numbers wrong. Regardless, he had a great day. Maybe it was 10 of 15. I can't remember what the numbers were.
Yeah.
He had a really nice game.
He did.
And I'm sorry, that's making me laugh now. 15 of 24 for 29 points. That would be an interesting one. He hit a 1-pointer. I think generally you're right. You make a good point. Is that the minutes he's going to get right now are going to Jamari Bouye. Mm-hmm. They're going to Isaiah Livers. Mm-hmm. They're going to in some cases, Nigel Hayes-Davis. They're going to guys who are likely to mostly be out of the rotation. Now, have we all loved Jamari Bouye? Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Every single one of us has. Have we all loved, Isaiah Livers? Honestly, yeah. I like
huge in this game.
Yeah, the effort is huge. But it's fair to say that, Jalen is likely to get those minutes. But what I don't want is... I want him to earn them. Because here's the thing. Mm-hmm. This team plays its ass off on defense. And Jalen Green is known for being a bad defender. And I do not want that shit going on here. Because one thing about Ime Udoka in Houston is that when Jalen Green wasn't doing shit, Ime would yank his ass. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that you need to do that all the time. But I think that we need to see a level of defensive effort from Jalen Green that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because what this team is doing, we can't have him suddenly be like a black hole out there and you're taking everything that's going on. So
I agree.
He's got to and that's why I'm saying you don't have to score 25 a game. Ratchet it down, take good shots, make a couple other passes, and then ratchet up the energy on defense. Because if it's not working, I would just rather he not play.
Yeah.
What's going on right now is special. And you want him to be an addition. But sometimes with some dudes, it's only addition by subtraction. And I don't want that to be the case. And that one game we had was awesome. Mm-hmm. But the way things are going right now, if he's going to be lazy, if he's not going to try, if he's going to stand around, he can't be out there.
I don't think I would put him. I think, if he wants... People get rewarded for playing good defense in this team. So I think he will get set. And I think part of the issue he hasn't come back yet is because he's not game ready. I don't know. Odd has said some things to the effect of he's just not on the level that we need yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how injured he is still.
And the thing is what I'm saying is not I'm not trying to criticize Jalen Green specifically. What I say would apply to anyone. Mm-hmm. If Devin Booker was going to stand around and do nothing on defense, he can't be out there. It's not. I'm just saying that Jalen Green's defensive effort has waxed and waned at times. It's mm-hmm. not perfect, and I need him to lock in on that side of the court and continue what everyone here is doing. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
It's just like a hey man, we need you to do this, not a I'm trying to be critical of Jalen Green. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's this is literally our game plan.
Right.
And if you don't contribute to steals and turnovers to give us those extra points, our offense isn't doing what we've designed it to do.
Exactly. And it's you've got to be, if you can't help us play in transition and get into transition, mm-hmm. it's he can be really good in transition. Yeah. He's a very good transition player. You just got to help us get there.
Right.
And if you can play And again, you don't have to be. This is the thing about NBA defenses. I think that people are like, "Oh, he's not a good defender." It's not. Most guys are not good defenders. Like, you have games where elite defenders give up 140. Like, it's basketball. People are going to score constantly. It's not about that. It's about, can I make SGA's life a living hell for 5 extra possessions? SGA was 8 of 22 tonight. If he was 13 of 22, they might win this game.
They do, yeah.
And so sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's literally, I have to make this motherfucker work 30% harder. And if I do that, everything changes. And I know that seems so basic, but it's really, honest to God, the truth. Most basketball games come down to a handful of possessions that really put the game in or out of reach one way or another. It's not, I mean, there are some games that have wild, crazy swings based on different things, but a lot of games, this game, if they don't work their ass off to make SGA take every shot just a little bit harder, we lose. And that's the thing, is that we're not as like talented as the Thunder. I don't think that anybody thinks that. But we have the specific combination of bodies and energy to annoy the shit out of them.
Yeah. And on a given night, we might play harder than them.
And that matters. And that's how you beat the Thunder, is you play harder than them. And that's what the Pacers had, right? Is that they played their asses off and that's what they still have.
They never quit.
Right. And that's why they were in Game 7 with the Thunder and still could have won the day. They were winning at halftime.
Yeah, people call us Temu OKC. Maybe we're more like Temu.
Temu, Indiana?
Yeah. But,
I mean, listen, I'm not hating that either. They went to Game 7 with OKC. Tyrese Halliburton is loved the world round. Yeah. Except in, like, the Islamic nations. I don't think they think the Halliburton joke is funny.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't his creation, was it?
No, it was not. And he tries not to acknowledge it, but he laughs when it gets brought up.
That's funny.
I mean, this game, it truly, the funny thing is, it is one of those games where, you look at the stats and there are a few of them that just like show everything. Like sometimes it's like, well, this is interesting and this is interesting. Like, again, points in the paint. They got us by 14. That's interesting. Again, 18-point lead. That's interesting. But just, again, 49 to 29 rebounds. 12 to 2 offensive rebounds.
20 more rebounds.
That you dominated the glass, and 10 offensive rebounds more.
It's crazy that we got that many more rebounds, but they still beat us in the paint.
And it goes to show how good they are in the paint, how good they are attacking the rim. But the other number is the threes. The 17 of 43 from 3 for us and 10 of 32 for them. That's really the win. And again, let's not forget, we started this game like 0 of 8 from 3.
Dude, it is
and
true.
So the fact that we hit 17 of 43 means we basically went 50% the rest of the game. And that's like hitting 50% of your threes is a winning formula. And I hate that basketball is a three-pointing contest and a free throw contest, but it is. So let's win those things.
I agree. We have a really good offense right now where we have a directive to shoot as many threes as we can. But we also do attack the basket too. Like, we are designed at giving passes under the basket to like Iguodala and Williams and doing the pick and roll, like you're saying.
And like you said, we did get more free throws in this game because of the attacking that you're talking about right now.
Dude, I just love it. I'm really impressed with like the last week of basketball. I know we lost the Cavs, but like the last 2 weeks, like that, starting at the like the Lakers game or even the Warriors, like the 2 Warriors games were good. But anyways, I just love what we're doing right now. Yeah.
No, and I completely agree, because it's like, again, you see, they shot a better percentage of free throws, but we continue to attack, and that's how you draw those fouls. Yeah. And like you said, and the reason it stands out to you and me is because obviously we've watched this Suns team be bad at this for years. It's just we haven't attacked the rim. And now we're playing this Daryl Morey style of basketball where, everything is at the rim or, corner three-pointers. And, Booker is playing the role of Harden in a lot of situations. And it's very funny because we're doing things that, we have wanted the Suns to do. Yeah. But they're not necessarily, haven't traditionally done. And again, this is a scrappy game where the Suns were getting their ass beat at points. And they just kept coming back, and they hit a lot of threes down the stretch.
There's a belief in our team.
Yes. Yeah. And, Jordan Goodwin hits 8 threes in this game. He sets his own personal record. Like, the quitting is just not a thing. I
think they think they can win this whole thing.
Yeah, they do. They very clearly do. Yeah. And whether or not they're right is another thing. Yeah. But when you believe in yourself, like, I mean, again, we were talking about it earlier. I looked up the 2002, or I looked up the 2004 Pistons win pace, and I looked up the Mavericks win pace. Mm-hmm. And both of those teams started out better than the Suns. Mm-hmm. But again, if you take out the 1-5 start, which I know you can't do, I understand that. But I'm saying if you take it out when the Suns were still figuring things out, Jordan Knott's a first-time head coach, all these things. Mm-hmm. We're 20-9 since then. That's like a 55-win pace. Yeah. That Pistons team won 54. That Mavs team won 57. If we win 6 games in a row on top of a little, streak that we weren't expected to have at some point, we could start to... Like, dude,
we just won 6 out of our last 8 games.
We're just a few games behind the 3 seed. Like, this is not like the Nuggets are falling. The Lakers won tonight, unfortunately, but I'm not saying that we're gonna get to the 3 seed or whatever. But I'm saying that this whole idea that the Suns were just gonna be garbage. Obviously, we've blown that shit out of the water. Yeah. But now this idea that we could only peak at a 7 seed. I'm sorry. We just beat the Thunder. We played them to a draw 2 times, and we have beaten the shit out of the Spurs a couple of times. And we are the ones who put the book out there on how you deal with Wembanyama, which is you switch everything and you put smaller dudes on him who strip the ball and drive his ass crazy. And I'm not saying it'll work every single time, but I'm saying we've got creative defensive shit going on right now. We've got creative offensive shit going on right now. And if you wanted to ask the true question, do we have more championship equity right now, or did we have more at any point with the Booker and Kevin Durant team? The only team that would even have a chance to say yes would be the first team that was in the series against the Nuggets before Chris Paul got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
But they were already fucking there when Kevin Durant showed up. And so did that team really have an opportunity to win a championship? Probably not. But, we all understand why we did it anyway. But you're looking at the last 2 years after that, this team is way more likely to win a championship than either of those 2 teams.
Absolutely.
And we never would have fucking said that. We wouldn't have said that after the Kevin Durant trade.
No.
We were all like, this is it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Dylan Brooks didn't have really that great of a reputation to casual people. To me, I saw Dylan Brooks, I was like, okay, well, he's going to be good for maybe 15 points, and he'll not be
that's what I thought too, because that's what he's done for his career. So it's not even a casual fan thing. To think that he was going to suddenly score 22 a game and still play all-world defense, nobody saw this coming. Nobody. Dylan Brooks maybe saw it coming. Yeah. But, and it's amazing. Here's one more. Let's see if we can get away with this one. Let's look at one more angle of the shot here. Oh, sound's not going to help.
Boom. Boom is right.
Boom is right.
I love how Brooks runs up to him. They all
Playing the sound is going to get us in trouble. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to mute it. That's good. Let's see if we can avoid getting shut down this time.
All right, fingers crossed. We got a viewer.
Our podcast last time was shut down because of the...
Don't rat us out, viewer.
Because I played too long of I really didn't mean to. I swear. It wasn't on purpose, but... Overall, just an incredible... just a great game. Any more thoughts on Suns Thunder?
I think we play them soon again. So I just hope that we can keep this going.
Yeah, it'd be really great to... we got the Rockets tomorrow night. And if we could somehow beat the Rockets, if we could somehow beat the Thunder and the Rockets in a back-to-back, I don't even know what I would say about that. If we could win both ends of a back-to-back, that would be unreal.
That would be unreal.
It's unlikely, but...
Yeah, I am worried about tomorrow's game, because the Rockets have had our number a little bit.
Yeah.
But
we haven't been able to beat the Rockets or the Nuggets, but we've been able to beat the Thunder and the Spurs. Yeah. Go figure.
And, who knows? Maybe we take this high and we gain a new form of confidence and we take on the Rockets.
And speaking of the Nuggets, again, you never root for injury for anybody. It sucks that Jokic is hurt. Mm-hmm. However, considering that he is hurt and they're going to be losing games, we need to be fucking winning games. We need to be climbing. We need to take advantage of, because if we can fucking get up into the top 6, top 5, because the Nuggets falter, like, again, I'm not rooting for anyone's injury. It sucks that Jokic is hurt. I wish that he was healthy. However, given the fact that he is not, the Nuggets are going to lose a bunch of games. And we need to take advantage of that. We need to win as many games as we can in this situation. Because, again, like, I know the Lakers are where they are right now. I don't believe that they're that good of a team. I think that there's a lot of falling back to earth that's going to happen. I think the Nuggets are going to fall back to earth without Jokic. There's a real possibility that we could seriously move up here. And I think that we need to do every single thing that we can to do that.
I agree. And I think the beginning of our schedule is really difficult. I think we have like a pretty mediocre schedule coming up for the most part.
Like, we'll have a couple hard games peppered in there, but
this would be the time to kind of, close that gap.
We were in a little bit of a tough stretch, and now we're heading into an easy stretch before the end of the season is absolutely brutal again. Like, the close of the season is crazy, but there is a time period here coming up where we're going to have quite a few East Coast games, and I do think that we can do some damage there. Although, the Cavs game is a game I would love to win. But speaking of East Coast teams, we've had a couple of those. Let's get a look at some of these highlights that you curated for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see what we got here. So we're going to start with the
Wizards.
The Wizards game, yeah. And, again, this should just be a whole lot of terrible defense. And I love, the thing I love about what you'll see in a play like this is right here, you can see that the Wizards are all, in the paint, basically. They're not watching their guy. Nobody's guarding their man. Everybody's ball watching, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's playing sound defense. You can see right here, Devin Booker's right next. And, he's, they're double teaming him or whatever, but nobody's watching their man. So it makes it easy for Booker to throw the pass to the corner. Now we've all got to scramble to rotate. And look at 12. Mm-hmm. Is 12 watching Gillespie? Is he watching Dylan Brooks? No. They're all scrambling towards the ball, which leaves a wide open triple for Gillespie. And that's the stuff that you're talking about when you talk about movement, you talk about cutting. You can see that all of the steps that we take, it's the second pass, it's the third pass that lead to these incredible buckets. And it's just awesome to see over and over.
Our guys are always moving on offense. They are not stagnant, which is a new thing this year as well.
And here's another thing. Look at this. And it's not even a bucket, but let's just take a look at the fact that out of the steal on the other end here, right? Mm-hmm. We go into our transition offense and nobody's standing around, just like you're talking about. Mm-hmm. There's immediate cuts. Mm-hmm. We're into a play. Despite the fact that Gillespie's bringing the ball up, we see Livers and I think Hayes Davis go into a little side action there. And it just shifts the defense, and you just give Gillespie a little bit more room to operate because you're drawing the attention from the defenders because, they're sitting over here in the corner watching you do this action, which prevents them from doubling on Gillespie. Mm-hmm. Because those two guys are supposed to be the one that prevent him from getting to the paint, right? Right here, we see, and again, when we get the telestration powers up, it's going to be amazing. But you can see right here, Gillespie is covered, and we've got two defenders right beneath him who should be crashing on him in the paint, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't, and just an easy jumper. And that's the stuff that we're talking about right now, is that, the Suns are killing bad defense, right? This is no longer a thing where we need things to go the right way, and we got to orchestrate all this. We are destroying bad defense. And it is something that, we haven't been doing this. We haven't done it since the Chris Paul championship year and the year after that, the championship run. Mm-hmm, we didn't win at all, but we just haven't been killing defenses like this, and it's just awesome to see the level at which we're playing right now. So here, I'm gonna guess. Let's see, we got an offensive rebound. Yeah, and it's just again Livers right there, easy one. You just get that to Gillespie. That's just working hard. Yeah. Sometimes it's luck. The ball bounces to you, but, it's a heads-up play. Yeah.
So that was her talking about our offensive rebounds. She's asking him, how do you deal with the offensive rebounds? Because that's what this game was about. That was our 8th offensive rebound. So.
That's 8 offensive rebounds.
This question needs to be asked. The offensive rebounding that Phoenix has been able to get, have you tried to limit their offensive crashing?
That's all, yeah. It was just to kind of get the vibe of that game.
Even the reporters are like, hey, they're rebounding everything. All right, let's go look at this last one here.
But that's what we did against the Thunder.
And see, that's this is where Gillespie is he's so much better than anyone gives him credit for. Right here, Booker takes off right here. We're not even at half court yet. Mm-hmm. Booker takes off. Gillespie sees it that they're not watching, and you just play quarterback. Mm-hmm. And you just hit the receiver for the easy bucket because, again, where is 3?
Yeah.
I think said C.J. McCollum. Yeah. Poor C.J. McCollum.
I know.
He doesn't even want to be there. He's not even trying to get it, Booker. And I can't blame you. I understand, CJ. It's not a good time to be a Washington Wizard. CJ McCollum was like, please buy me out. Let me go to another team. But yeah, I mean, listen. Number one, let's thank Keith for always clipping these highlights because he's doing what we're doing right now, essentially. And I think I mentioned it last episode, but let's just talk about it again.
Sure.
Keith is clipping highlights from each game. I have not watched them at all. And then I'm just going to talk about what I see when I see them. We're working on getting the telestration thing set up. Hopefully we'll have that next week within StreamYard. It's a process. Each episode gets a little bit better. We didn't get shut down this time, so that's a good one. Yeah. But nonetheless, thanks you too. But nonetheless, thanks Keith also, because that's a great package of highlights that shows, again, we're just killing bad defense. Mm-hmm. We're killing them in transition. We're killing them in the half court. We're playing offense with a level of craft that we haven't since like the run to the finals. Like the way that our pick and roll was that year is, again, it was masterful. The way that the team played was on a string. Everyone was coordinating. Everything was together. And we're doing that right now, but in a completely different style of offense. Mm-hmm. It's the best. Like, I love every single thing about this team.
I do too. I like our whole strategy. I know it sounds simple. It's like, hey, if we get more possessions, we win. But it's like, I don't know, just the concerted effort to be able to get maybe 10 to 20 more. I mean, maybe like 10 more shots than the other team. Like, if we can get 10 more looks than they do, maybe we just win that game,
Well, and that's the thing is, I probably just I think I just blew smoke right into my bag. It probably just went, sorry.
Special effects.
Oh my God, stoner laugh. The thing is that sometimes it is that simple, right? Let's generate 3 more turnovers than them. Mm-hmm. Let's generate 4 more offensive rebounds than them. Let's get some hustle plays. Let's do those things that, let's get more deflections. Let's make them work 10% harder on every single play. And again, that's what it comes down to. Like, it is reductive. And, again, but ultimately we're sitting here every week talking about a game where people run up and down the court and throw a ball in the hoop. Of course it's going to be reductive. But
it's basketball.
That's basketball, baby. But, I saw someone who said, I've never hated a person more. I hated this post as much as I hated that one garlic bread post from that Italian restaurant.
Yes.
Like, remember that? How much I fucking hated it. This guy wrote in a post about an Italian. He's like writing. He's a Yelper, of course. And he's writing about this restaurant about how bad the food is. And at one point he says, translation, the garlic bread had less personality than my ex-girlfriend. And every single time I think about that, I hope that guy is dead. And I don't mean that in like a funny little ha-ha way. Like, I want like a bum to have stabbed that guy. Because just the idea of a person who would say that, not only say that, but write it in a, like, I just can't think of a kind
people
of
needed to hear that.
I can't think of anyone I would hate more. And you know what? He's probably like such a leftist, like, because it's Long Beach. He's probably so liberal. And some like MAGA person's like standing in the corner shouting Trump, and I'm like, yeah, but I gotta kill this garlic bread guy first. I have no clue what I was talking about.
I want to eat that garlic bread just to.
Yeah, I also want to eat the garlic bread. You know what? I remember eating it, and I don't think it was that bad. The pizza was whatever, but I hate that guy. What the fuck was I talking about?
I am, yeah.
We're talking about highlights. We've been destroying the offense is masterful. It's wonderful. It's new. It's different.
Yeah, it has more personality.
It has more personality than this guy's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, it's not.
And this garlic bread. It's very late right now.
This bread is not stale.
This is Monday morning, Suns, at this point. All right, let's watch another highlight package.
Let's do it.
This game did not go well for us, unfortunately. This is the Cavs game, which we did lose. But nonetheless, you can learn a lot from footage where you lose, even if the footage is good. Again, right here.
So the differential is 17.
You can tell how much Keith loves Connor Gillespie because there's always a Connor Gillespie highlight to start and each highlight package. But the beautiful thing is here, this is not a pass that Dylan Brooks makes in the past. Like, look at what you've got going on right now. You've got Booker ahead of you. He's covered. You've got Williams running down the floor. Williams is kind of the obvious guy that you're trying to hit here because if you look at what's developing here, Williams potentially has Darius Garland, who he might be able to isolate and pin down, right? And so this is one of those things that you never would have seen Dylan Brooks do in the past. And he just finds the wide open man. The other thing is here, what's really nice about this doesn't happen, but if the Cavs actually recover, right, and they get on Gillespie and he can't shoot this ball, Royce O'Neal's right here, ready to slide right into the corner and shoot the three. And that's the stuff that we're talking about, is that it's not just the first action. There's always a secondary action. They're always ready to do something else that's going to give them another option. There's always a release valve. There's always a check down. And that's the kind of stuff that we just haven't seen from the Suns in a long time.
Yeah. Good catch on that, Royce being there.
Yeah, he's ready to slip right in the corner. So we got Booker driving. They triple team him. There's Gillespie right back out to Book. Whew, God, he's so good. It's unbelievable. Now, this is actually pretty good defense by the Cavs because you can see, like, when Book gets down here, he's completely walled off by Mobley and Allen and I think is that Dean Wade or Sam Merrill? I can't even tell with choppy the internet chop, but regardless, it's one of the Cavs white guys. And the interesting thing here is that this is just all about rotation and cutting, right? Because after Booker is completely walled off, this is one of those things where sometimes guys wouldn't even come to help. But everyone moves, rotates. Williams is right there, but he sees Gillespie. Now again, right here. Gillespie can shoot that ball. He can attack. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But he goes right in. And the other thing that's interesting here, again, double option. Look at Williams up here. I know the ball ends up back in Booker's hands, but Williams is ready to slide into the dunker slot for the alley-oop. And, again, Royce O'Neal in the corner.
Wide open,
ready to catch the pass from Gillespie. So this is the thing. Now, in this case, Gillespie's just looking back at Booker. But there's so much more. How many times did we watch a Suns game and a dude was fucking standing around?
Yeah.
Right? And in this case, you literally...
Usually it was KD.
Yeah. And in this case, you literally look at their hands. Booker's hands ready for the catch. O'Neal's hands ready for the catch. Brooks' hands ready for the catch. Williams bringing his hands up for the catch. Everyone's looking at the ball. They're ready for the fucking ball. They're playing with synchronicity. We have not seen this shit. And again, at the end, the shot is just Booker being incredible. And Garland, that's not even bad defense. But everybody playing together in a way we haven't seen in a while. Again, the steals.
This is the story of how we actually came back.
Yeah, I mean, because this is the thing. This game wasn't going well. We got back in it. Here, Garland falls over. You got to just keep kind of attacking the lanes. And look at Williams. Like, the way he knows where his guys are, right? Williams sees Gillespie up here. He knows where he's at because everybody's on, again, we're playing defense on a string. Everybody's working together. So that when he sees this ball, it's easy to jump and just throw it right up court because he knows Gillespie's going to be there. Because he knows that the minute the ball is tipped, Gillespie's taking off, right? Because we know that Gillespie's going to go in transition. And what happens? Easy pass to Royce because Royce and Gillespie, same page, right? We've now seen 3 highlights where Royce is right there giving a release valve to Gillespie on these plays because these dudes are fucking playing together. And it's just stuff we haven't seen. Donovan Mitchell, high ISO, double team, and you just steal the ball. And it's like, look, this isn't even complicated shit. Now, I mean, you might watch this highlight and say, well, you were criticizing the other teams for cheating off their guys. But look at where Gillespie is. Gillespie's right up on Allen. Brooks is right up on Mitchell. Booker is covering Mitchell should he come in. Now, Garland's alone. and so it's not perfect, but they do force the turnover. And so,
and that's kind of the Cavs did take advantage of our defense a little bit, and especially under the rim. Like Jared Allen had a great game against us.
Yeah, I mean, this is not necessarily what I would want to see us doing. Like we've rotated hard on this one, and it worked out. Mm-hmm. But we're definitely committing to walling off for the paint in a way that has allowed us to allow too many threes at times. Mm-hmm. So this is something where I really don't want to see Goodwin cheating this hard. Mm-hmm. Williams being on this side is just natural protecting on the pick and roll. But I would love Goodwin to be back to kind of work this passing lane if Donovan Mitchell tries to come back across. But here's the thing. Goodwin's been such a good defender this season. Who the fuck am I to question this guy? He's having an awesome season. And again, we steal the ball. So you can't be too mad at them because, I mean, right in there, Royce gets it. And again, this is just easy stuff. Booker going to the other end. Just a beautiful, beautiful pass. I mean, the jump pass stuff, like, you can get in so much trouble. But again, you got, this is just a nice high pick and roll, easy stuff. And that's just horrible defense from the Cavs right there. Mm-hmm. They try to double Booker. Easy basket. And that's just, it's, again, Booker is having an incredible season. Mm-hmm. He's been point Booker at times. Gillespie's been the man at running the point at times. But overall, just...
In that run, we wind up getting down to 2. We got their lead down to 2.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that highlight, but...
We just kind of fell apart.
After that. But, we did get it down to 2.
I mean, listen, you're not going to win every game. Mm-hmm. And again, right now, over the last 30 games, we're playing at a 55 win pace. So I'm just not going to be, again, we are so much better than we anticipated being that, we can't sit here and, have negative reactions to, especially when you get wins like this.
Yeah.
Which just bring everything through the roof and you're so happy. And not just a win where Devin Booker hit a fucking game winner.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks hit a shot to put us up 4 with seconds remaining. Oso Iguodala's throwing down dunks. Yeah. Jordan Goodwin makes 8 threes. They defended the hell out of SGA. Like, remember in the playoffs a few years ago when a Kogi could not hit a 3 against the Mavs in the court? He's 0 of 8. And Goodwin is playing that role right now, and he's 8 of 13.
Yeah.
We have upgraded the talent. We have upgraded the energy. And, it's just, the team is deep. Before we had no depth. Mm-hmm. We're playing Yuta Watanabe, and I'm no disrespect, but I'm just saying, guys who, aren't even, playing in the league right now. And now we've got NBA players up and down the roster, and the dudes at the end of the bench, when they play, are, giving it to guys. Jamari Bouye is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's 26. He's still got time to do something in this league. So it's been an awesome season. And, there's still more to come. So we got one more highlight package here. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Kangs.
All right. So, you love to see Mark Williams dribbling. Now, actually, I love... Oh, God. See, this is beautiful. This is fun basketball, and this is the kind of stuff we would not have done in the old days. Because this is DHO, right? Direct handoff. This is the kind of stuff that, we're not doing this the old days. Amari Stoudemire's not dribbling the ball much, right?
Right.
But you got Williams with the ball up top because we set up basically just a little bit of a misdirect situation. So then we get Booker coming with the ball off the screen, right? And so it's Booker and Gillespie, by the way, running a pick and roll. Again, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Kevin Durant do that? Connor Gillespie will do it. Whatever. It's a side pick and roll. And the reason you do that, right, is to get Booker a little clear so that he can be running when he gets the ball, right? That's why you do the DHO, so that Booker can sprint, pick up the ball, and then go in attack with speed, rather than having to attack from a dribble, right? Now, what do we got going on here? Look at everybody's rotating. Williams is about to crash towards the basket. O'Neal, again, slipping towards the corner, and then Brooks is taking his man with him under the basket. So Booker's got a bunch of options, whoever comes open, and in this case, it's Brooks, all the way around on the other side. And that's the thing. This play is set up for O'Neal probably to get this shot right here. But Brooks runs his ass off to the other side of the court, brings his man with him, and gets the wide open shot. Again, that is the product of working your fucking ass off. Because Brooks brings his man with him all the way to the other side, clears everything out, and that guy's chased him down. He's shooting a wide open three because this dude wasn't even paying attention. It's just, I love watching this team play.
Yeah.
I love watching this team play. This is the most fun I've had watching basketball in years. It really, honest to God, is. And that's the thing, is like Brooks is running his ass off to bring his man over so that Royce can be open for the three, and Brooks ends up with the three. It's fucking beautiful. You gotta love it. You just have to love it.
Ankle breaking his old
Oh God, let's just watch it again.
Eubanks, buddy.
Ooh. Oh, we love you, buddy. Sorry. Ooh, you didn't see that in practice, Eubanks? Former son. Drew, you. Oh God, dude, that one looked like it hurt. He's skating out there. Oh, Devin Booker's a bad motherfucker. Off the deflection. And see, again, like, the number of times that one of these clips has, like, a busted action and then we find something else. Because right there, great deflection, Bouye heads up, and then Gillespie just goes right back into it and dumps it off for the dunk. Like everybody just keeps moving.
Yeah.
And just keeps rotating. Dunn rotates down to the court. Right here, look at Dunn is flying into the corner, ready to shoot the wing three. Oso's in the dunker spot. Livers is up top. You know, Bouye is the one who recovered the ball. Bouye's up here, ready to stop the transition if we miss the shot.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, the fundamentals of this team are so much better than they've been in forever. And the thing is, like, fundamentals are basics, obviously. We know what the word fundamentals mean. But I mean is, like, you would assume that every single team is doing them. But in fact, if you watch women's basketball, if you watch the WNBA, you're going to see way better fundamentals because they're playing a more pure version of basketball than the NBA, because, you know, so much of the NBA is just dudes have so much athleticism and they can fucking dunk over everybody.
Right.
And the Suns right now, this is like what a WNBA team looks like. Like, they're like playing cohesive basketball as a unit, and it's awesome. And it's just, we just haven't played like this in years, where there's actual literal thought in the offense. God. Oh. I mean, Dylan Brooks, again, not a guy who ever passes. You see Dylan Brooks go up, he's shooting it. And on this play, what's awesome about this is that, again, everybody continues moving. Like, Williams is not even in the screen right now, right?
Yeah.
Because they
That's a good point.
because it was a transition play, right? So what does Williams do? He could stay back.
Yeah.
You know, they got out in front of him because he contested the other end. He could stay back.
Ayton would.
Ayton would. And look at Westbrook's following him. Yeah. Or you can keep running and show your hands, and Brooks recognizes the easy fucking dunk, which turns into an and one because of the dumbass foul. And it's just like, again, Williams is not even in the fucking play, but he hustled and got a bucket out of it.
Yeah.
And like you said, DA never does that shit. You know?
Yeah.
And it's
Nurkic wouldn't do it.
Nurkic wouldn't do it? No. Richards would do it.
Yeah.
But he's been out of the rotation. Sorry, buddy. We love you. Suns.
He did well in his Wizards game. Yeah.
Sunday Night Suns loves Nick Richards. Yeah. So we're a pro Nick Richards podcast.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
But this is just lovely, and this is the kind of pass that Brooks hasn't always made, and he's just.
Yeah, usually he just shoots that three.
Yeah, and he's just been heads up, and he's thrown a couple of nice passes lately. Let's see, Schroeder driving, just suffocating defense all over the place. You know, one thing I have loved this season is Royce O'Neal when he has brought the ball up, good things happen. Like Point Royce has been a thing a little bit. We'll call that Rolls Royce. I think they do on Suns Live. They
do. Rolls Royce.
But just absolutely smothering defense. And then you just fly up court. You got two guys with you. And you just split the defenders because the Kings don't play defense. I mean, this is the beautiful thing. Is right here. You're in transition. You got the 3-on-2. You got the two guys with you who know exactly what to do. And the Kings don't know what to do, and they just let him walk to the basket.
Yeah.
It's just
They've given up at that point.
yeah, it's just like whatever. And the game's not even over. What are you gonna do?
This was the end of the second half. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about this.
Oh,
No call.
I mean,
That's the Suns. They're finally getting our home whistle.
At least if we get it against the Kings, I'll still take it.
Yeah, the Kings is the one team like that's not gonna get any more respect than us.
Also, again, Royce,
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that call to charge how many times?
Let's see. All right, so he's still gathering. Ooh.
What do you think? You think that's a good call? Good no call? I like that they didn't call it either way. They didn't say it was
I
a
like
foul.
that they didn't call it
Yeah.
because here's the thing. Here's my thing about this one, and I get what you're saying, but here's my thought right here: is that when we see this play, when Booker gathers to dunk, right?
Mm-hmm. He's still moving a little bit.
Like Booker's gathering to dunk. Booker's going to step to dunk right here.
Mm-hmm.
Schroeder's still moving into position. And right here, Booker's going up. Schroeder is still his foot is not planted. He's
That's
still
true.
moving into position. And I just feel like Booker loads up he couldn't dunk because Schroeder's in the way. But I just felt like he loaded up for the layup before Schroeder's in position. Call me a homer, whatever.
No, I mean,
that's what I think. And
I've seen it called both ways.
it has 100%, and it's one of those things. It's a bang bang call, But overall, I think another great set of highlights. Excellent work.
Yeah, great dissection.
You're a highlight master around here. But
no, I just love to hear you break it down because someone that doesn't kind of see all that, it is cool to hear.
Well, it's years of playing basketball before my fucking hips fell apart. But I think the biggest thing for me, you beat the Wizards. And it wasn't really a difficult game. They handled it well. That's what you want to see. Again, you beat the Kings. It wasn't really a difficult game. Handled it well. They ran away with that one pretty nicely. The Cavs game, again, I would love to not play from behind. You're going to play from behind, but the 18 and 20 point deficits. I know that it's easier to erase today's game than it's ever been, but I do still feel like there's a certain aspect of I want to see us put together some more complete games, wire to wire, where we're playing cohesive basketball whole game. You're always going to have shooting slumps throughout a game and all that, but it would be nice to build an early lead and not worry that, we're going to lose it. I'd like to see us get going a little early, keep it going, because I think that we're going to need to be more consistent if we want a shot at winning a playoff series.
I agree. It's like this OKC win is great, but we still did go down 18 in that game.
Right.
What if that didn't happen? Maybe we had a chance to win this game up 10 or something.
Well, and the other thing is that you're not going to be able to rely on Goodwin hitting 8 threes.
Right.
That's his career high. So it's
26 points. He had the most points in the game.
Yeah,
of our team.
And so that's one of those things where when you have an aberration like that, you should win, but you can't expect it. And so what we have to do is, and hopefully, obviously, the goal is that one dude from the bench mob, as it were, steps up like that every game in a playoff game, right? That's the idea.
Right.
But I think that ultimately, when we consider this whole thing, the biggest thing is, again, it's growth from Iguodala and Dunn. It's adding Jalen Green as a weapon to the offense and not a black hole to the defense. And it is just consistency. Because, I was talking about, the Royce O'Neal trade thing, I'm off that. We need to keep that dude. We should not be trading anyone. I don't want to see any roster moves. Aside from, if we I don't know if any of the dudes are on two ways. I haven't looked at the whole contract situation. I don't know. I want to sign dudes for the rest of the season. I don't want to see anyone on this roster right now playing for another team. I love this whole group. They love each other. The vibes are immaculate. And the thing is, in basketball, the vibes are immaculate is one of the most important fucking things in the world.
You can't change this chemistry.
No.
Yeah.
This group loves each other. And you cannot play basketball. Dude, like, look at the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have just completely fallen victim to bad chemistry. Look at us the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Bad chemistry.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a huge factor.
we know what that is. And we know what that looks like. And I just don't want to see it again. So, you know the games we got coming up? That's this week. It was a great week.
Yes.
3-1 week. Incredible stuff.
So it is kind of a tough. I mean, we play the Rockets tomorrow.
Rockets tomorrow.
You know, off of back.
That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. And then on Wednesday we play the Grizzlies, which they've been playing good.
They've been doing better. Yeah, they've woken up a little bit.
And that's on the road. This is.
They did win tonight against the Lakers, unfortunately.
Yeah. They didn't.
No, they didn't. Yeah, sorry.
So yeah. So I mean, I think we should win that game. Honestly, I believe this team is better than that team, but it's on the road, so it will be tough. Then we play the Knicks at home, and then we play the Wizards at home on Sunday.
I'd like to think that we could handle this week. I want to beat the Rockets, though. We haven't been able to do that. And not only have we not beaten the Rockets, but we haven't played them well at all.
Yeah, they've beat us like 20-point leads or something. Like, I want this game to be competitive.
Yeah, I want this to be the game that we show them, you know, what we're capable of doing. I really want to see us take it to that next level in this one. It's going to be interesting to see what we do.
And we just beat the Thunder, so you know they're going to want to play against us hard, or play hard against us.
There's KD out there, and we know we want to silence him, and Brooks wants to make up for that. So there's so much. There's so many reasons. Yeah. It would be a huge win.
I want to beat the Knicks.
Yeah, that would be, because that could be, it's like a potential finals thing.
Yeah.
Although, dude, the Celtics are 22-12 in third place, and Jaylen Brown's averaging 30 points, 6 and 5. Like,
damn. All right.
If Tatum comes back, the Celtics, that shit is interesting, especially because they traded half their fucking team. But hey, it's not Sunday Night Celtics; it's Sunday Night Suns. Any last thoughts on this week, sir?
The Villanova reunion will be interesting. Gillespie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Gillespie versus the Nova Knicks is going to be. We'll have to see Gillespie be like, "Why didn't I get in the AT&T commercial?" You know, like just like he wasn't famous enough, unfortunately for him. Yeah. Somewhere in the distance, Chris Matthews and Ryan Arcidiacono are screaming. They're the ones who. Arcidiacono is the one who passed it in the national championship to Chris Matthews in 2016 when they Nova hit the last second game win. That was one of the craziest things ever, dude. That college basketball is so fun. We got the tournament soon. Mm-hmm. We'll probably have to talk a little tournament. Once,
right.
Yeah. Do like Sunday night tournament update because it might be fun. But
Wildcats.
Yeah, hey, Sunday Night Wildcats. There you go. That's a good idea, actually. We should, they're doing so good. We should we should check in on them. But hey, that's another week of Suns basketball, and hopefully next week we'll have intro and outro music because I'll have figured out the StreamYard thing.
Yes. Yeah.
My man Keith, thank you for coming by. Thank you for staying till 3 a.m. to do this.
Thanks for having me.
And that is Sunday Night Suns for yet another week. I'm the Blunt Doctor, former man Keith Strader. Peace.